back. I am back in the car again today. I thought I'd give another one of these a go, so sorry for the bumpy filming, but we are heading into the Yorkshire Dales today to go to Settle and meet author Julia Chapman, who is the author of Date with Death and Date with Malice, which are part of the Dales Detective series. So I thought I would take you with me so you can meet her and see the area that inspired her novels.
Yes. It's based on Settle.
Yeah.
So you'll recognise. Have you been to Settle before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and we passed through Hellifield. It was like, oh.
There's Hellifield. And you must have been through Garden?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And I always say that Brumcliffe is a refictioned or a reimagined Settle. So that I've moved things around and I get the flexibility of doing that. But actually, once you go beyond the borders, everything else is real. And the geography is pretty real. The crag is Castleberg at the back, is the same in the book. And some of the streets are very similar. This street just down here is kind of back street, but narrower. Back street's obviously narrower. So, I know, it's been good fun.
Do you have a building that is the Dales Detective Agency, so a building that you've seen?
No, there are a few on if you go down onto what used to be the main road, by the Golden Lion, there's a few of those old-fashioned type, narrow, two windows above each other type buildings, and that's what I had in mind, was one of those sort of long, thin buildings that go up 3 floors. But there's none on Back Street, so again, that's why I rebranded it as Brumcliffe, because there's nothing worse than getting reviewers saying there's no building like that on that street in Settle, so it's a lot easier to just play around with it myself.
So I wanted to know, in terms of the characters in the Dales Detective, are any of them loosely based on real people?
No, and it's something I think that every author gets asked. You know, have you based it on real people?
I always ask this question.
Have you ever had a yes?
A couple of times. I think somebody had a sort of minor villain in a romance novel that I read that was based on like a former boss kind of thing. Yeah.
No, I genuinely don't in any of my books, but I'm always asked, and I've actually, more so with this book, because I'm actually living where I'm writing it. I was living in the Pyrenees when I wrote the French books, but we moved away, plus they didn't come into French, so my neighbours didn't know what I was writing about, so there was never that question of, you know, is that such and such. But this series of books, obviously everyone around here knew probably a year and a half in advance that they were coming, and so for a year and a half before publication I was getting this whole thing, you know, are we going to recognise anyone? Is it set on the village that you live in? And it's like, no, and no. And I still get people coming up to me saying, I've recognised such and such.
Yeah.
Richard Hargreaves, the character at the beginning who is killed by the train, I've had someone come up to me and go, oh, there's a Richard Hargreaves just down the road who's divorced. And I was like, was he killed by a train? No, well, it's not the same one then, is it? Because I tend to take characteristics from people, but not necessarily people I know. So I'll see somebody in passing, maybe even when I'm in Ripon or Harrogate or somewhere, and I'll see something about them that I like whether it's the way they move, whether it's a certain way they say something that I overhear, and that will trigger, oh, I'll steal that for a character in the future. But that might be the only thing I take from them. So they're composites, probably, and imagination, obviously, as well. So no, they are not based on anyone. But somebody said to me that Samson bears an uncanny resemblance to Aidan Turner.
Oh,
Hold up fame, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I hadn't thought of that. It's like, if TV comes calling, then I know who to go for.
Exactly.
So no, it's a good question, but it is one that I think readers don't actually believe when you say no, they're not based on anyone, but the geography totally is.
Well, that was really nice that you can recognise the geography and you can recognise recognise the areas, and that is nice. But I wasn't sure with it being set in like sort of a small, you know, village, town, rural setting, whether, you know, you would get away with basically.
Well, that's the other side of it, isn't it? You wouldn't really get away with it. And I think I've never felt that my fiction is a place for me to settle vendettas if I had any. I think I'm much more likely to go up and tell somebody if I don't like them, rather than why would you immortalise them between the pages of your book? I don't think I'm that curious if there's anybody that was irritating me that much, but to be honest, there isn't anybody. So. And, you know, it's light-hearted, and I need to be able to enjoy it when I'm writing it. And I think if you're writing and you know it's a real person that you're trying to thinly disguise, I would imagine that gets pretty difficult after a while to feel comfortable with.
Yeah, extra stress on you, really, isn't it?
Whereas I love spending time with these guys. It's like, I really do enjoy going back and being in their company, which you need when you're working, you know, 5 days a week into the computer with just you and them, obviously. So I think it is quite important.
It definitely, some of the characters made us laugh while we were listening to it. We were chuckling away together, and then Sam Micro.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, then this Sam Micro's a character.
Yeah, that's it.
Well. I'm going to get this ram into the back of this
and I had to check dimensions and everything.
Yes.
And also
we wondered whether you had actually tried to put a sheep in a micro or not.
No, but I have seen lots of vehicles around here with sheep in the back. That, you sort of like, okay. And on the internet, if you just put sheep in the boot of a Nissan Micro, it does pull up quite a few photos.
Really?
I'm wondering whether she's going to have to upgrade eventually. Maybe not.
Well, I hope not.
Yeah, hope not. I wanted something small because of his size. I wanted the whole thing of him and the dog and hers, this sort of claustrophobic pushing them together deliberately inside a small car, and obviously something that doesn't cope very well with the hills. And, so I know it's going to be
Yeah, we like the fact that you have a Weimaraner.
Okay.
Yes, I had a Weimaraner when I was...
Did you?
When I was living at home, the family dog, usually Labradors, but once we had a Weimaraner.
I can confess on video, I'm not actually a dog person, I'm a cat person. We've never had dogs in our family. And so I knew I wanted a dog, and I wanted a dog that was a good fell runner. So I went on the internet and I looked at, you know, which dogs make the best fell runners, and the Weimaraner really stood out as being a really good dog for fell runners. Despite the fact that it's got a really difficult name to spell. I can now spell it in my sleep. And of course, not knowing anything about them, I was like, well, I don't feel qualified to write about a dog to create the character of Tolpuddle unless I know more. And 2 days later, in the local paper, the Craven Herald, there was a feature on a couple who had moved to the area, opened a dog kennels, and they bred Weimaraners. Like, it's a sign from God. So I called them up and I went to see them. It's Mosside Kennels, and they were absolutely fantastic. Gary and Ruth, they just spent almost an entire day with me and their Weimaraners talking about Weimaraners.
Oh, they'd love that.
The background and things I needed to know, you know, specific traits. And so it gave me more confidence to be able to write that particular character. But it's really weird, since introducing Tolpuddle to my life, I see so many Weimaraners now. I think it's because I know what they are. And so I'm always like, oh, Weimaraner! Again, with Tolpuddle, because I've not based him on a real Weimaraner, I've had to create him. I've stolen a characteristic, this thing he does of leaning against people. My sister had a New Zealand Interway, which is a little bit bigger than the Weimaraner, and they do look like terriers. It's big black sheepdogs, big and black, and a very heavy dog. And he had this habit of just coming up against you and leaning against you, and like he'll be up to here on me, and you suddenly start to feel almost and you start like Tam, and he just keep leaning into you, and like it was affection. That was his way of just like showing you affection. So yeah.
What about the speed dating? What research did you do for that?
Well, that is really interesting because I've got quite a few friends who've used online dating.
Yeah.
And obviously it's now become such a standard. I did actually go on quite a few websites, and I remember having a conversation with my husband saying, would you mind if I actually joined a couple of, you know, dating websites? And he was like, no, absolutely. But when push came to shove, I didn't have not the courage, but I was too worried about creating a false persona and
The effect
giving
it
false
has on
hope, not being too arrogant, but giving false hope to somebody that I would be interacting with people on a completely false level. And so in the end, I just simply did it through generic research of how those sites are run, a really good working knowledge of the area I live in and what type of people would need that facility, and then evidence from friends, most of which I can't put in the book. It just seemed, I mean, it is fiction and it's light fiction. So the idea of a dating agency in the Dales, I actually do think it's got merit. And there is actually one I've found since. Oh gosh, is it called Muddy Boots or something along those lines?
Specifically for farmers.
Specifically for farmers. Yes, I know, the cat was great. She used to curl up. She's actually the only real character. I told a lie. There is a real character in my books, and that's my cat. Because when we lived in France in the Pyrenees, and when we bought the place that we ran, it was like an auberge, a country house. She was there, she was part of the deal. She was so loyal, she was just so loyal because we rescued her from this really not a great life, and she just was brilliant. And when we moved, we left in 2010 because I got the writing contract, and as with anything, your first book can take forever because nobody wants it, you know what I mean by that, nobody's demanding it, and the minute they give you a contract, your second book has to take no more than a year. About a year. So we brought the cat, who'd always been in the Pyrenees, you know, summers of like 30 odd degrees, and we brought her back to the Yorkshire Dales. She turned into a complete Yorkshire cat. She loved the open fire, she loved underfloor heating, she loved all those things that we didn't have in France, and she was super happy here. Probably more so than in France even, because we were around. She would sit next to me while I was working, and I'd literally be like, what am I doing next? And I'd just be stroking the cat, and then I'd work away, and I'd just like, what am I doing next? She'd just curl up, you know, whatever work I had out, didn't matter, she'd curl up on it. So, but it's quite important, I think, when you're writing to have, if you don't have a cat or a Weimaraner, to have that outside link. And again, it goes back to what we said about teaching. I don't think you can write about the world if you're not living it.
Yeah, you need to go out and have life experiences.
You do. Yeah. Even if you're writing science fiction, I think you know, even if you're writing about the future, you need to be in the present in order to put that in. So.
And you might spot somewhere that you're like, oh, I really want to set my writing here.
Yeah.
So you've been writing full time since 2010.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I wrote a novel when we were in America, and then I came back and I was working at the University of Manchester and just had no creative time at all. And then we moved to France with the idea of giving me time to write, which is why we went. But of course the first 2-3 years setting up the business and renovating this property was just, and learning French, was just, tough. And so finally by about year 3 I had time to start biting the bullet and sending out manuscripts to agents. And that took a full year of rejections before I decided, right, I'm going to write something different, and I started writing this series. And I could only write in the off season, so it took me 2 winters to write. And I sent it to an agent in London, and she loved it, and within 3 weeks I had a deal with Order. So it was, once it happened, it was really fast.
Yeah.
But obviously people say, how long does it take you to write your first book? And I'm like, 30 years. Because you're always trying to write that first book. You know? So yeah, and almost immediately we were in a situation where I was writing full time, and so we had to change what we were doing. It's all been good. It's all been really good.
How easy did you find it to kind of switch between genres?
I found it easy.
Yeah.
I've spoken to lots of authors who are kind of like, oh my god, you're doing what? And I'm kind of like, well, because as you go through that French series, you'll see that actually there is an element of mystery within it, and there's a slight darker side to some of the books. So it's not, and it's set in a rural setting with rural characters, so it's not dissimilar. It's just they're French, and they're in higher mountains, and this is more of a crime plot. But having said that, these are still character driven, rather than totally plot driven. Like I won't do things just for the plot. I will only do things that I feel are genuine within the community I've created. So it wasn't that hard. I've got other books. I've got a thriller series that I want to write, and I've got some rom-coms I want to write. So for me, I don't see a problem crossing genre. Obviously, change of name because it's a change of genre, and you don't want fans coming back and saying this isn't like your old books. But I do know authors who wouldn't feel comfortable doing that.
Yeah.
I think the only genre I probably wouldn't try is, never say never, but science fiction is probably something I'd have to really, in my mind, there's 10 books in the series. There might end up being fewer, there might end up being 8 because I condense it. I don't think there'd ever be more than 10, you know, just because I think I would be ready to do something.
And I am now back from that wonderful interview. We had such a lovely time, and if you are ever in Settle, do go to the Folly for coffee because it is amazing. But not only did Julia sign our copy of Date with Death and our copy of Date with Malice, but she also gave us, are you ready? This beautiful American edition of Date with Death, which, you know, we can do a very quick US versus UK cover. I think this is gorgeous. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and it's got the bridge and it's got the skull, and this is what it looks like naked with a little silver print in there. So thank you so much to Julia for meeting with us and chatting with us about the books, and yes, if you haven't read Date with Death or Date with Malice, I can highly recommend both of them. This one is already out in the US, both of them are out in the UK, and Date with Malice is coming out in the US, I believe, towards the beginning of next year. So yes, thank you very much, and thank you for watching. I will have a new video for you soon, so make sure that you are subscribed so that that hits your subscription feed. And if you enjoyed this interview and would like to see more of this kind of thing, do click the like button, give me a thumbs up, and let me know down below if you would like to see more of this kind of thing. Thank you, see you next time, bye.